Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be another bug report. I'm going to try to do this in one take. It's going to be a long video probably, and I don't feel like it rendering out for like 20-30 minutes in Kden Live. So I'm going to try to do it in one take. Anyways, might be long pauses, etc., etc. So let's just jump into it. So Spawn5 reported, or he responded to the video I posted in the bug report, and he says, note that item entities currently have a somewhat special relationship to collision detection because they do not have access to the results. I tried to reproduce the problem in your video here and I couldn't get it to happen, but this pull request might also fix the item entities especially. So the Termo says, great, a video is worth 1,000 pictures. Can you please list games/mods you've been using, in particular those responsible for item drop and pistons? Please try to reproduce the player related issue in vanilla Minetest game. So let me just show you this. So this is Crafter. This is a game I actually wrote from scratch, and it's using custom piston detection. So here I have the piston pointing up value, which is it worked in 5.2.0 because I can check the Y value and make sure the player is within the node. And the reason why this seems to work in 5.2 and not work in 5.3 is because it seems like 5.2 was running this code after the collision correction happened, and now it is checking it before the collision detection or the collision correction happens, because I'm doing a pretty exact value and checking if the player's collision box is basically within this this node. So where the actuator arm is going to be is where it's going to check, and then it'll push you up and add velocity, blah blah blah. But for some reason this works, and it works because the real Y is being checked literally, and so I'm checking above where the piston arm is going to be if it's sitting sideways, and I am checking below, one node below, where the piston arm is going to be. And so you can see that by less than 0.5, which is, yeah, that's right. So less than 0.5 and greater than negative 1.6, which means basically this. So it's checking if the piston arm is going to be here, then it's checking right there, and it's checking slightly below right there. So it's very complicated to think about and visualize, and so if we just go to the mods, and then we go to item handling, and then we go to the magnet. So what happens here basically is if the bubble around the player, which is the item magnet, detects that there's an item that is ready to be collected and has not been collected yet, it will set the flags, and it will initialize the collector flag into the item, and then the item is instantly added into your inventory. So if we go to the init.lua, if we go to the collection, let's see, where do we have it in here? If it's in the on step section, so this is where it begins and this is where it ends. This is a blocking statement. So this is run first, and it basically creates the magnet effect. And as soon as it gets within a certain radius of the player, which is 0.2, then it removes itself. And since the item's already added in, and since it cannot be added in, it cannot be added in again because it sets its flag and it saves its value, then it will delete itself basically. And if by somehow there's lag and it gets way outside of the radius of the magnet, then it will remove itself automatically. And since it's added into the player's inventory already, it does not matter whatsoever because the magnet has already added the item in before the object even started moving towards you, and the effect of it coming towards you is purely aesthetic. So now that that's out of the way, let me show you two different versions of the game. So this is the minimal game. This is for testing, and as you can see, I have a little thing set up here. Oh, there we go. I was like, not again. I thought I got stuck in there. But anyways, so this is a fresh download. This is unmodified code. If I go to the main menu, we have a fresh download of Minetest game, completely unmodified. So I'll show you guys that you can actually do this bug no matter what. And I didn't press shift, I just pressed forward, and you can see I'm stuck. If I delete this, I cannot go into that node. I cannot go into this node. We can keep trying to go down, and we are still stuck. So I am stuck, clipped into this, and it is not correcting my position properly. So let me turn on some debug info for you guys in case you need to see something. So one thing is, oh, that actually happened right there. That was kind of weird. You can just straight up jump into the node, and the same problem happens. And oh, I can't even actually jump up to get up there now. So if you just kind of walk forwards, you can actually clip your player into the node, and yeah, you can't jump up or move. And so it's kind of easy with the corner because it happens pretty much every other time, which is like super annoying. And you can see it happens if I go backwards. If I go to the right, can't do anything. And also, you can kind of use this glitch. If I can do it again. To use the nodes as a ladder, which is kind of funny. There we go. Let's see if I can do it again. No, it didn't even let me jump out. So, you got to keep in mind that you have to have some inertia for this effect to happen. And hit the W key slightly before you jump. Oh. I don't even know how to tell you guys to do this because it's like super inconsistent. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if it's G-time related issue or what, but it's just like it happens like every other time, and I'm not sure what the correlation is between any of the data that I'm seeing on the screen that is causing this to happen. So let me just show you that you can throw items and they get stuck. This is super hard to replicate in the default game, but it does happen. As you can see, you can throw your items and it gets stuck on this collision box. But the strangest thing is usually if an item is clipped into a node and it's stuck there, you cannot see the edge border of the collision box. But on this you can see both the borders, which is very strange. I don't know exactly where it's caught. It almost looks like it's stuck on that axis, but I don't even know how that's possible because you can see this border too, but you just can't see that border. So I'm like, it's like kind of messing with my mind. I don't know how to how to show anybody what is actually happening right here. By the way, I'm running a 64-bit version of Arch. This happens on Ubuntu 2. I haven't tried 32-bit builds. I don't know if this is a 64-bit issue or what. But yeah, you can see I can manage to like double jump and stuff like that. So if I just kind of like slowly fall down, and this is super annoying to replicate, but it can happen. Let me just keep myself against the wall. Yeah, it's just like extremely difficult to replicate, show you guys. But sometimes when I fall down, I actually do clip if I'm going slow enough. Let's see if I can show you. And that's why I have this giant tower built, because it seems like the faster you go, the less likely this is going to happen. Yeah, see, if I'm going slow enough, I can just fall into that, and then I can go back out. And if I throw items down there, see if I can replicate that again. Yeah, there we go. Then they get stuck on the border. So sometimes if you're falling, you can get damaged. It only happened to me once. I can't really replicate it, but it's like it's super random, and I'm actually kind of surprised I can even show you guys what's happening right now. You gotta really try to like get the player stuck. But the whole thing with this is, and why I'm pushing this so much, is because let's say you're just exploring a cave. 7,000. There we go. Let's say you're just exploring a cave, right? And so you have this scenario right here. And now you're walking. You accidentally bump up against something. And now you have a player that doesn't know about this bug, right? They can't move that way, and then all of a sudden they try to get out of there. Like, what the heck's happening? See if I can make it happen again. And you have to basically be in the center. It seems to be like a... You can't have your collision box overlapping with another one. Alright, so here we go. You can see that I'm pushing forwards right now. I can't move. Alright? So let's say I'm a new player. I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? And now there's a cliff to the right of me. I'm like, what the heck? And now I accidentally run off because I'm panicking that I can't move. And let's say there's a mod in there that you lose your items, and now you've just lost all your items, and you could be who knows how far away from your house, and you respawn your house. Now you have to go get your items, and your items are still loaded into memory, and by the time you get there, your items are gone. So you could actually lose stuff by this glitch, which is kind of extremely annoying. Also, I might be able to replicate this. Yes, I can replicate that first try. This happens with items in the default built-in item definition, basically. It's because they're utilizing the built-in collision detection. Oh, it actually... Is it happening every time? No? Did I just have the perfect angle? Let's see. Let's try that again. Yeah, I guess I had the perfect angle. Let's try that again. I don't know, it's just like it's super random. And hopefully this data that I'm showing you is helping. Not sure exactly why it is happening. Anyways, let's go into Minetest game. It doesn't matter what game you're using, what mods you're using, this will happen. See if I can show you. Let me give myself some more items. Yep, happens with that one. That one. No, not that one. There we go. And that one. And of course you can do the glitch. And you can get stuck up there. And now let me show you that the actual issue is still happening. And I'm not sure that I have creative mode on. No, let me turn that on real quick. Okay. That is super loud, so let me turn that down. There we go. Still happens. You can get stuck in there. You can do that. And that's what I was trying to show you guys earlier. You can use it as a mini ladder. And this is super loud, so let me make that wood. There we go. And so one of the main things is you can still do the item glitch in the default game, which is super annoying. You have to have it like almost perfect, and then it will happen every time for some reason, and then sometimes it just doesn't because it doesn't feel like it. Well, let me turn on the rest of the debug info. So it looks like pitch 5.3 and I am at 0.5 and 0.4. Looks to be about 1.1 away from that. Let me try to get 1.1 away again, and then 5.3 if I can get there perfectly. Let me turn down my DPI on my mouse. 5.5, yeah, that can happen there too. It's weird. I'm not sure how many mobs and mods that use entities this breaks. I don't know. I just know that it breaks some of my mods in my game, and if it's breaking my mobs and my mods, which are like using the bare minimum of the collision detection to move around, then I can only imagine how much this is breaking like complicated mobs that use like pathfinding and stuff like that. So hopefully this helps you guys. I was actually wrong in my assumption that you need to use fast move to get into the nodes. You could just straight up do it like this, and now you're stuck in there. And if I even toggle it, I'm still technically stuck in there until I actively push myself out. Let me see if I don't move my mouse, if I can replicate this every time. Alright, this is going to be kind of super difficult. Let me hold my mouse off the table. Let me try this. See, it's very sporadic. And I don't know how to tell you what the actual issue is, because I can't see what the actual issue is. That's the thing. Anyways, hopefully this explained how to bug test this a little bit better, and it shows you that this happens in any game, regardless of what the entity is doing. It will clip into nodes, which is quite a big problem. But I'm super happy that the Y detections are much better. I don't know if you guys are using like and if statements, or using like greater than or equals or something like that. I don't know. Those are like the basics of what I know cause issues like this. And yeah, so hopefully this was helpful, and yep, I will see you guys in the next video. So peace out.